Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Robocraft. Today is exciting as we have a new patch. This patch is a big one. The game is now available for Mac and Linux, and as always, it's still free. Will always be free, as the developers have said. We have an improved placement detection, which means now people will not be able to glitch their guns and parts together in such a way that would normally be illegal. There is now a new status symbol in chat. So the higher tier you go, the different colors you get. Tier 6 and higher would be blue, whereas tier 10, for example, would be gold. Your standard players are just going to be white. In the robot classification area, as you already should have known, by playing Robocraft, you can spot your enemies by pressing Q. Well, now, if you spot your enemies, it will call out to your allies and to you that this enemy is a special type of enemy, such as an SMG tank or a plasma bomber. And each of these come with their own special icons and symbols. There are 4 new music tracks composed by the developers that have been added into the game. And as far as base caps go, when you are out capturing a base, if you get hit capturing that base, the base cap resets to its previous checkpoint. So if you've made 1 full cap out of the 4 possible, and you're working on the second one and you get shot, it goes back to the beginning of that second cap. You still hold on to your first cap, and it just resets back to the second cap. There are some other smaller bug fixes and some graphical changes within the game. For the most part, those are the big big changes in the game. And ultimately, it has changed the game a great deal, and I'm really happy and excited to show you guys kind of what's changed, what's happened inside this new format. I haven't been able to play as much as I would like, but it's definitely a much more exciting game. So let's see how it plays out in this new type of battle. There's definitely a lot more combat, and the rounds go by a lot faster now, so definitely more exciting to watch and more fun to play. Let's go and get into it. You can see I've already made some adjustments to my vehicle. As expected, my vehicle changes week to week. That's why it's called the Muton. This one is the one that will change for me. I sacrificed about 3 primary weapons in order to essentially get about an additional roughly double my firepower. An additional roughly double. Okay, we got someone coming up here. Unfortunately, my team is not helping at all, so I need to back up because they're all just sitting at base. This is very abnormal to what we normally see. Well, that'd be why it's abnormal, but still. Yeah, I'm done. My team did not even want to consider an offense move, and that's really just kind of screwed us over here. So I'm going to go ahead and exit out. We'll get into the next game real quick because this was just a really bad game. Like, normally it doesn't go this poorly. 9:30, fair enough. It's a decent profit. Not really, but that was actually the first loss I've had all day today. I'm not even kidding. That was the very first loss I've had. I've won every game, which is about a dozen games at this point that I've won in a row. So hopefully this team will be a little bit more coordinated and just kind of understand the basics of, you have to attack in order to win. We'll see. That being said, the players should not reflect upon the quality of the game. And with the new patch that came out, I'm real excited about it. And I do want to show it off, but I'm not really getting the opportunity here. And bloody hell. Alright, well, we'll go this way. Going out by yourself just is never a smart idea. At least 2 of them. Oh, what the blow? What? Oh my god. Because they took off my right side. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been a problem. What the frick? Okay, so basically what just happened is when I'm on camera, everything goes to crap, and when I'm off camera, everything's really easy. I think that's basically what's happened here. Well, I nicked him. Doesn't help. Okay, seriously. Can I get a good game so I can show this off? We kind of saw there with the way the queue works now. I was saying, you know, plasma bomber spotted, which is great. I mean, that's part of the new system. Hopefully there will be more players overall with the Mac and Linux update bringing in those new players, but I don't know why people seem to be really upset with this new patch. You know, and it seems like people are leaving the game with this new patch, and I don't really get it. They didn't really do much of anything bad to the game. They just updated it. As always, you know, it's an alpha. It's going to be a little bit buggy, and it's going to be slow sometimes. But that being said, it still is a very good game and relatively complete game. Whoop, that's a railgun user. Okay, let's see if we can get this way. I wasn't able to help that guy. Whoop! Where are you going? Get back in the fight. Well, I already lost my electro shields, you know. That was useful. Alright, that guy's toast. It was really, we just flat out outnumbered him. I think I hit him. Hope I hit him. I hope they don't chase him down there. Alright, take this guy out, take him out, take him out. Nice and easy. Pull. Gotta nail that guy. He's hurt pretty badly. There was someone else. Don't know where he went. This is more of what a tier 4 battle usually ends up being like. This whole tactical move around, fight each other thing, not base rush. Bye. Wow, that guy just got pummeled by SMGs. Okay, there's 2 left. Don't see anybody up high. There we go, there's one. Yeah, I couldn't spot him. Tried spotting him. Whoop, that's a red line. I think that guy's a flyer. Let's see if we can get around and pick him off here. He's coming around to the right. Very rare occasions does the game end by someone capping the point. It's really become a rarity. People don't rush the point, they rush out to kill each other. And I think that makes the game a lot more fun and a lot more engaging, personally. They did reduce the range of radar. So radar has become definitely less effective at determining where your enemies are, and that is a little sad. Got him. But I actually do kind of like that they reduced the range of the radar, because yeah, you see not as far, but they also don't see quite as far. So that's definitely, I would say, is a boon. So just kind of take a minute here to look at the new design here. So you can see I've got a T5 SMG, some T4s on the side, and then 4 T3s more in a central location. The electro shields are dug into the armor with my T5 armor that I really shouldn't have by being in T4. And these are just they're out here to support the SMGs, and they're out here to help support the wheel well a little bit, take some of that front damage. The front damage here can primarily also be absorbed by the driver, which doesn't actually die. You can use the driver as a damage absorption thing as long as the bottom part under the driver doesn't go away. So my front is really, really strong. However, all my guns are forward facing at this point. Because if you slip over to the back, I realistically only have 2 guns that can shoot backwards. You know, these side guns, they really just can't get it done. Even if I didn't have this right here, or even if I removed those, they still really wouldn't have the capabilities to do what I want them to do. So this back part is actually more heavily reinforced. In terms of how far it takes to get from back to driver, from front to driver, it's about 3 blocks in to the driver from the front, but then you've got these electro shields and all the weapons and some heavier armor. Whereas it's from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 6 solid right here. If you include the driver's seat, 7. Where it's 3 solid and the driver's seat is 4. You're trying to break through this. So ideally, when I'm running away from people, they will shoot at me. They'll shoot at me. They'll break down my armor, and it'll look really bad, and they'll do lots of damage, and ultimately they'll just be hitting a steel wall. You know, this is my tombstone. If you ever watched Death Race, this is my tombstone, is this back portion right here. About half the guns, just under half, are connected together by this T5 armor. I'm building this up, and I hope to have all my guns eventually connected together with this T5 armor and create a frame to work on. Connect the weapons, and then connect up the engine. And inside, if I can get inside easily here. Maybe. Inside, we do have the radar jammer and then the radar as well. And you can see that little extra bit of armor there help protect the radar, and then the little welded corner bits for some aesthetic design and some structural integrity. Let's go get back out. Need that and that. And then that back together. So overall, this has definitely changed quite a bit, and it's proven to be very effective. If you go and look at my ranked tier, my points, my average score, 1.7 million is my average ranked score with this thing, and it has really shown off to be a very powerful SMG tank. Now, granted, there are situations where clearly a tank just won't cut it. I mean, with really fast plasma bombers, like we saw a little bit earlier, the 2 of them combined just tore me apart. Granted, I was the only person that they could shoot at, so that makes it a little bit easier for them to, you know, hit their target when there's only one target. But really good fast plasma bombers can do a massive amount of damage. And that really goes for everybody. I mean, it doesn't matter what you're doing. If plasma bombers show up, you're going to be in a world of hurt. If there is a counter to it, I would say an SMG tank is definitely the counter to it, to these guys. However, that being said, if I'm by myself, it's a lot harder to get anything done. You know, I can kick the butt out of railgun users or SMG users in a one-on-one, but plasma is, it's a lot harder to break down. Whoop. Hi. You just drove past each other. Go. 7,000 damage. I like that. Bye. Trying to escape. Bye. I'll leave him be. If he wants to finish him off, feel free. I'm pretty straightforward here so far. The biggest complaint I do have about the electroplates is the same complaint I really had when I first started using them. They hit the ground a lot. And that's kind of a bad thing. Not seeing anybody. Are they all in the center? Can we actually get the point and make it count here? No one's showing up on the radar. I'm not seeing anybody across the map when I took that brief look, albeit very brief. But if we can just actually cap the point, this would be a rare occasion in Robocraft. For the most part, it really is go kill each other. Whoop, there goes that. Someone tried to fire back, but they fired in the wrong direction there. That or they're trying some anti-air tactics. Okay, they are at our base. If we can get those plasma bombers to go back to our base, go ahead and watch. It looks like someone's going to head back to the base right quick. We got someone coming up here. But watch the tick. You see that our progress just got reversed there? As soon as he got hit, our progress went down. Whoa! That's what I mean now with the way they've done this, that you now lose your progress if you get hit on the point. Nice, we shot him down. All right, so we should have this and done. We got it. That's beautiful. So watching it all kind of just go away, it's kind of disheartening because you're sitting there and then it just disappears. But at the same time, I really like the way that they've done it. And I think it adds that special strategic element to the game, that if you're at a point where you cannot find your opponents, you can go cap and then win the game that way. But if you are, you know, still fairly early in the game, you guys are fighting each other, we're going to lose horribly. All the green armor, yeesh. But if you're still fairly early on in the game, you're going to want to hunt down your opponents. Or if there's a lot of enemies left, you're going to want to hunt them down. You're going to want to kill them. You still can opt to rush for the point, but it's going to be a lot less effective. And I really do like that about this new update that they brought to the table here. We'll go ahead and switch over to the other two vehicles here in a little bit for those of you that are particularly interested in it. Yo, that guy's gone. I imagine that guy's talking to me with the good shot thing. Thank you, Murder Spoon. I appreciate it. I gotta be careful because there are other enemies out. Nice. Nice. He's going down. What? Invalid data. I was disconnected from... okay. I'm not 100% certain what just happened, but I was disconnected from the server. Oh, I like that. I got victory for it, so... great. 242 lost from the guy that shot at me. You know, that's okay. So let's go ahead and jump over to the next vehicle here. Obviously, this is not an invalid vehicle. It works perfectly fine. It obeys all the rules, but... they are still doing some server maintenance right now, so it is what it is. Let's move on. So the floater has changed a little bit. As you can see, I took off the heavier guns and replaced them with the T2s, at least on the top. On the bottom, I still have the 4 heavy guns. A little bit stronger armor here on the bottom as well, and a lot more green armor in general. I would have put more green armor on the whole thing, except I ran out of green armor. 6. And that really just wasn't good enough. So I decided to put in some of this blue armor here and just generally add more green armor. In fact, you can see right here this whole top is now green, but actually if you go down underneath, more of the core is green, and where the propellers are attached to is also green. So hopefully the whole thing will just be a little bit harder to take down. I have yet to play with the floater as far as the recent changes have been. I haven't played with the floater or the mosquito yet. Okay, we got back into the game. I didn't take too terribly long. Hopefully. Took no time for you guys, but overall it didn't take too terribly long, so no real complaints. Again, we're just going to go and fly around a little bit with the floater. And the firepower has overall weakened on this. However, most of my income is coming from the tier 4. One other thing I forgot to mention, they did... Really? Okay, whatever. I don't need the chat server. I don't care about that. They did boost how much you get for every win. They did boost how much you get, and I do like that because now wins are more valuable and you're a lot less likely to lose all your money. Some people do complain that in the higher tiers you go, the more likely you are to take a loss in a battle, especially if you perform particularly poorly. So, whoop, it hurt. It hurt. Ow. So they did actually make it work out a little bit better, and I am happy about that. Whoop. So now you can actually make some more money. Yeah, I'm pretty much toast here, but I did some big damage there, and I'm juking out the railgun user. Got him. Now, of course, I need to fall all the way back to my base, and you can see where the green armor is already holding up its own. It's able to hold together and allow me to fly away. Now I'm starting to lose it. Oh, goodness. Okay, if I can get back to base here, get surrounded by some allies, I'm hoping that I can aid in base defense. Go, that was nice. Aha! He was taken out. Beautiful. Oh, that guy died. Balls. Balls. And of course you can see that higher tier armor is keeping me alive as well. That's kind of where my seat is, where the higher tier armor is put together and works out. So, can I turn? I'm trying. Go. Alright. We want to go this way. Go. So this is the kind of situation I was talking about before. A lot of people are really hurt, and there may or may not be a good solution to how the game's going to end. So at this point, it's a good idea, at least for me, to try and hit over to the point and see if I can get some caps here. I'm expecting to die, but I really have nothing better to do than to try and get a cap and maybe get a little bit of scouting done. This guy's coming for me. Oh, barely. Only just. Alright. Yeah, with this guy sitting like he is, there is absolutely no way that it'll work out for me. That guy is toast. He's got way too big a frame and no weapons. You have a weapon, but you're gonna die. Yep. And you have a weapon, but you're not doing anything with it. So we'll go ahead and call the game over and move on to the next one. The floater did fairly well there. See if we can get one more game in with the floater here before we move on to the mosquito. Got a 481. That's not horrible. Cost 200 something to repair. I do wish that the repair would stick around a little bit more. That's something I definitely would want to see. That being said, they do have a lot to work on at this point. And they are working on it. If there were some more regular updates, I'd love to do a more regular update showing. It's just not the case. Not right now. Is a little unfortunate. The hints, if you look at the bottom, the hints are now there to help out newer players with some controls and some tactics they might not otherwise have known. And I think that's partially why the overall gameplay and the skill level of the players has increased. And that could be because there's more combat, so you have to act in a more combat-focused manner, but I think it could also just be because those hints are helping people out. Wow, everyone went to the right. Well, balls. Hopefully I don't find anyone too dangerous out here. I do have that radar, so hopefully it'll also help me out in finding someone. Unless everyone also went that way. No, no, they came this way. Yeah, they're coming for me. Maybe. Maybe not. Okay, they're going for our base. If I can actually sneak around and pick up one of these guys. Especially if they don't have radar, then I'm in a much better position. I don't think this guy has radar. If he does, he's playing it cool. Okay, that's one down. I still have my radar. There is a huge benefit to being a flyer, and that is if you are flying, you don't necessarily get hit by that splash damage that the plasma tanks can bring to the game. And that is actually very helpful. Not to mention that, you know, you can do this sort of crap when you're a flyer. I hit him. I hit him in time to at least reset it a little bit. Go, and this guy's gonna come for me now. See if I can tear apart his armor with my higher tier weapons. It's not the case, as there is this guy as well, and that's kind of an issue. Yep, I'm toast. There. Wow. Oh, I'm the last guy alive on my team. Holy crap. Didn't even realize that. Go! Go! Okay, I'm done. I'm dead. I didn't even realize I was the last person on my team. I thought my team had thinned him out a little bit more. That's my bad. That's alright. That's still 2 kills. It's 478 RP, which is not a lot, especially considering the repair costs. But that's why we go into Tier 1 here with our little mosquito. And shoot up some newbies. Teach them how to deal with plasma cannons and get them interested in plasma cannons a little bit earlier. SMGs, everyone has it. Everyone can see one. Plasma cannons are a little bit more unique, and rail guns are extremely rare in T1. They do happen. They definitely happen. But they are much rarer. Let's go ahead and head out with our little mosquito here. See if we can find someone. Look at all that weak armor. Oh man. I don't think I ever bought any of that armor. That like tier 1.5 armor. I never even got that. I should be able to come up to the bridge here and do some real easy, quick sniping. Mosquito's good for that. Everyone's just following me. Okay. Okay, so there, whoop. Oh, he stopped moving. That guy's toast. We got a whole bunch coming up on the right, which is a different path than what they normally take. Whoop. That's okay. We'll make it work. Got to get into the right position. Wait for it. And snipe. Oh, just over. Whoa! That was close. Solid hit there. And I need to move. That guy's going down. Let's go ahead and get down there. Maybe not. Oh, that was nice. I like that. Okay, we need to get back to base. There we go. Okay, this way. He actually got off the base. That's a little bit surprising. It looks like he's coming up right here. We should be able to take him down with one shot. Not quite good enough, but he doesn't know we're here, so. Ah, getting shot at. Lost a wheel. Lost a wheel. That's a problem. I missed him. Okay. Good progress. That was a bad shot. Pulling off stunts. Trying to get these shots in. And I'm dead. That was bad, I'll admit. I'm playing really, really badly. And I honestly don't know why. You're the last hope. You're stuck with one wheel and you're our last hope. Go ahead and exit the game, it's over. As he just starts to get shot down. Oh, poor guy. Alright, well that was 217 RP. And we got 83 out of it. Kinda sad that we're not getting a lot of victories here, but it is what it is. Not too concerned about it. Okay, teleporting in. Maybe. Here we go. Front and center. Let's go. Forget how quick and nimble, agile this thing is. Whoop! That guy's lagging. That makes it a little bit harder when you have some guys that are lagging. They're pretty hard to hit. Oh. What the? Wow, that guy just rocketed across the map. Wow. Alright then. Strapped himself to some thrusters and said, let's go. Balls. I did some damage. Oh, what? There we go. He's done. Whoa! What a shot! With T1s. I still don't understand how they can do that with T1s. That's tough to do, because that's hard armor to break. He managed to pull that off with T1s, so good job to him. Let's move on to the next game here. Wow. It's just been a real bad episode. You know, I don't know what to say. It's just been real bad. Turn on the camera and everything goes bad. Shield icon above the enemy robot defines the armor class of the robot. So, like, I would be the absolute lightest armor class right now with the little mosquito. However, the Muton is obviously the heaviest armor class available. It's just a real heavy tank. Go. Go. It's a much better shot. I see one. Two. Got him. Square hit. Oh, 2 square hits. And I can't get the Q on him. Tried to spot him, but I couldn't quite get it. Well, that nicked him. Did some damage. That was nice. That took out his wheels. That really took him down, and goodbye. Oh, goodbye, sir. Aim up. That guy's done. That went over his head. That was a square hit, and we need to move out of the way. What? Oh, balls. I don't have any... I lost half of my vehicle. That makes it a little bit harder to drive. That explains a lot. Oh, I missed so poorly here. Alright, let's go. Go to their base. You can see it keeps resetting because the guy that's on our base right now is getting shot. And he did actually get destroyed there. So those base rushers are having a much harder time getting anything done. And this is... it's still kind of a point in the game where you're expected to go kill each other. Wrong way. Lift up. Nope. There went my thruster. And I'm dead. Okay, that guy's got plasma, and the guy that's just basically shotgun firing has no idea how to properly fire. That was a nice shot by Mr. Storm. Get another one here. Oh, that was a double kill. What a hit. Oh, and he died. Okay, at least this guy's got something going on. He's got a little something. So do you, but then two of you guys are flipped over. I think we got this. Maloney 55 is nowhere to be seen. What are you doing? Don't attack your allies, man. They're your friends. They're your best buddies. Alright, so this is a nice, good win. I'm glad to see that. We got a good win here. We'll go ahead and sit here, wait for this to finish off, and call it an episode. A little bit early. Servers have been a little cranky, and I do a lot worse on camera, apparently. I mean, you can see my T4 ranked is really good, but it is what it is. So, as always, guys, thanks for watching. I will see you next time, and hopefully we'll have another exciting patch and update to be able to show to you guys here today. So, see you guys then. Thanks for watching.